Hey there YouTubers, how you guys doing? Today I'm going to do my review on the M16 Clone. There are some goods and some bads about it. I'm going to go over the negatives and the positives, but before I do that, let's take a hit. I'm going to take my top cap of the mod off. First things first, this you have to have your device on it pretty tight. If not, it's going to wobble and everything. With that being said, this is the first negative. It can be easily stripped because the top cap is made out of aluminum, and there's no notches cut out on the outer ring. So if you do have something that you need to fit flush and it gets airflow from the bottom, you're not going to get your airflow through it. I'm going to just quickly throw on VV Nova. Adjust the center pin down. And this is a positive. It has adjustable center pin. Yep, too far. I'm going to adjust it down. Put that up there. You do get some airflow, but not a whole lot. So that would be a negative for some people, but I've noticed with the VV Nova, you see how that wobbles. And very squeaky threads with the VV Nova in there. So what I normally do is I just take my device, put it on there tight, push the center pin up to make contact. The other negative is the button. The button will fall apart and fall apart quite often. What I did to remedy that is cut a notch in the top where it exposes the bottom piece where it screws in. And that's that little piece that you see in there. Loosen it up a little bit compared to where you want it. Take a little bit of Loctite, dab it in there, tighten it back up to where you want the pin, where you want it. Let it sit for a couple hours, and then your button is basically set and it will not come apart until you want it to come apart. That being said, the positive is the adjustable center pin for the top. Overall, I'm really enjoying this mod. I've had it for a little over a month, but with all that could go wrong with it, like you could strip out the top cap because it's aluminum, but you can get another top cap for it from Fast Tech for $4.41. Another positive is this one is laser etched, and I'm gonna do it up close there. Right there's laser etching. I have taken the paint off the laser etching because I've polished this out a couple of times and it looks like I may have to do it again because of all the scratches, but it is laser etched, which turns out to leave it in very, where you could tell exactly what mod it is if you do polish it up. It does tarnish pretty quickly. Other than that, there are no true issues with it. If I were to recommend it, I'd recommend getting the all brass one, which is $16.22, I do believe. But with that, it really does work well. It's a really good, solid, hard-hitting device. you're going to see me doing a comparison with it with 18350s in it. And I'm also going to show you an 18350 in it. But before I do that, you're going to sit there and I'm going to look. If you pay attention, there's one vent hole, there's another, there's 3 vent holes in that center too. You put your 18350 in, put your bottom back on. You don't want the tubes to be so tight together. You want that little bit of a gap there. That way if your battery does vent, it will vent and not blow the mod up itself. So that little gap is needed there. But even then, with an 18350, hits just as well. I prefer an 18500 mode because that's where I've got most of my batteries. And as of this review, this thing is hitting like a freight train, as you can tell, and works really well. Now overall, I would recommend the all brass one. The aluminum one is okay, but threads could strip out on a 510 connector. All of them do have the issues with the button being able to come apart, but that's a pretty quick fix, as you can see. Other than that, there's nothing really more I could say about it other than it hits good and works really well. Thanks for watching. Vape on, and see you next time.